Hi everyone, today we're going to learn about how to create a Gemini Gem and how to connect a notebook to it so that you can use it as your general assistant. And for this purpose, I'm going to use it for communications. So if you're looking to create a gem, you click on the open the panel in Gemini and you'll see gems. And when you click on that, it should open up to something like this where it gives you some sample pre-made starters you can use and all the gems you have created. If you want to create a new gem, you just press the new gem button. And here what you do is the name, that's just what you're giving it, so that's nothing special, it's just for your purposes. Description, this is just really what it's going to show you to give you an example of what it does, but it doesn't really do much when it comes to description, so it's not important, but you can add it. Instructions, this is the most important feature. This is where you're putting your prompt in. So here you want to be as specific as possible what this gem actually does for you. You can always go back and edit if it's not prompting accordingly. Default tools are not important, but if you're making something that's more of a guided learning access or it's an image creator or whatever, you can keep this open. You could always use a tool during your chat, so that's there. And last but not least, this is the knowledge base. So here is where you're adding your knowledge base and where it's going to pull from outside of its LLM. So you can upload files, add things from your Google Drive, and a really cool one is a Gemini Notebook. So it used to be called Notebook LM, and this is what Gemini Notebook will pretty much look like. So for this example, I uploaded a bunch of content here for weekly updates so that I can prompt from here. So here has a ton of resources. And here I can even add that notebook to here so that this now has not only half of these resources, but I have a ton more that's in my notebook. Really cool. So I'm going to switch gears to one that's pre-made just to show you what it looks like. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go into where my gems are to be able to edit this really quick. So I'm just going to go to my gems. I am going to open up one I was working on, so I'm just going to hit the little edit button. Here it's going to show what it looks like under the hood, and I can use it as an example, which is outstanding because then I know if it's actually going to work out really well for me. So name, this is just the name of what it's called. Description is great if you're sharing your gem to somebody else to use it, so it gives them direction on what's going on here. The instructions are important more about for the gem, for Gemini. So this is going to give it an exact prompt guidance on what its task is and what it's going to do for you. So the more description that you could add to it, the better. It's given its guidelines and its guardrails, what it can and can't do for you. So you can write something very specific. You could also just take it into Gemini or whatever you want and have it redevelop the prompt exactly what the directions you want it to be. I'm not giving it a default tool, so I don't need it. It's more of a chatbot for me, but specifically I can add default tools if I'd like to. I can always add it in the chat right here, right? So I can always change my tools that are, well, it's not shown in here, but I can for sure. On top of that, my knowledge base, I added certain knowledge bases are on here. You are limited in what you can place on here, and you can always add more in your chats. However, a really cool pro move for yourself is that you can attach a Gemini Notebook, also used to be called Gemini Notebook LM. So for this purpose, I created a notebook, Gemini Notebook that has a ton of resources. And I think you have, and I could add more resources as I go if I like. It looks like I have 41 out of 100, so I could still add a ton of resources, where in Gemini you're limited on how your gem can, how many resources that it can pull from. So what's nice about this is that now, all this is all set, it's ready to go so that I can ask it at any time. It's going to pull not only from my resources, it's going to use my guides, but it's going to give me some really good instruction based off of all the guidance that I have provided and the resource it's going to pull from. So once you have it saved, you could take your Gemini, you could use it all the time. On top of that, what you could also do is that, let me go back for a second, let me go back to my gems. I can also just share it. So I can share it if you want to. Now the reason why this one's grayed out and the reason why I cannot share this one is because I added a notebook to it, and that person doesn't have access to my notebook. So a pro move, if you wanted to, a notebook is good for yourself, but if you want to share this and then have them attach a notebook to it, you would share the gem first, they can make a copy, they can add a notebook. That's kind of going a little bit too much in the weeds in my opinion. I think let's focus on ourselves and be able to create this and use the gem to be able to be your digital sidekick, your partner. It's not doing the work, it's your partner to be able to get the information efficiently for you. Enjoy.